you guys are thinking why we should see this tutorial, right? So because ECMAScript 6 introducing many amazing things like introducing class keyword in JavaScript, let keywords and modules things in JavaScript, right? So it will be the hottest topics in the web programming. So that's why I choose chosen these topics for today tutorial. So first of all, before diving into the tutorials, I will make it clear what we are going to cover in this topic. So we are going to cover what is ECMAScript, what is the difference between ECMAScript and JavaScript, and what are the best implementation of ECMAScript, what are the versions of ECMAScript and supported web browsers, and what are pro and cons of the ECMAScript, right? So let's first take first questions. Why should we see or watch this ECMAScript tutorial? Because guys, I observed many times an experienced web developer just talking about ECMAScript and JavaScript both are same, but it is not. Both are different, right? So let me tell you one thing. What is ECMAScript? Do you know what is ECMAScript? Basically, it's not you cannot interchange ECMAScript with JavaScript or JavaScript with ECMAScript, right? ECMAScript is a rules. In nutshell, ECMAScript is a rule and JavaScript is implementation of that rule. So by definition wise, you can say ECMAScript is a trademark scripting language specification standardized by Ecma International. It was created to standardize JavaScript and support multiple independent implementation. So there are many implementation of ECMAScript that is developed by different organization. So I will cover it in next question answer. So ECMAScript version vary from 1 to 7, and currently we got ECMAScript 6 specification. So as I said earlier, many people interchange ECMAScript and JavaScript. Some consider both are one, but it is not. ECMAScript is the specification and JavaScript is one implementation of that. So you can consider ECMAScript as a rule and JavaScript as the implementation of that rule. So coder commonly use ECMAScript for client-side scripting on the World Wide Web, and it is increasingly being used for writing server application and service using Node.js. I'm sure you are aware about Node.js, right? So I think it is clear what is ECMAScript. So I will move toward next question. So let get next question. That is, what is the difference between ECMAScript and JavaScript? I think it has been clear what is differences between ECMAScript and JavaScript. As earlier I said, ECMAScript is a rule and JavaScript is the implementation of that rule, right? So let me tell you one thing. As earlier I said, there are three primarily implementation of that rule, I mean ECMAScript. So you can say there are primarily three based implementation of ECMAScript. First one is JavaScript, developed by Oracle Corporation, and second is JScript, developed by Microsoft Corporation, and third one is ActionScript. Initially it was developed by Micromedia Inc., but later on it is acquired by the Adobe system. So JavaScript was developed for Netscape. The first browser, I can say web browser to run JavaScript was Netscape 2 in 1996. So after Netscape, the Mozilla Foundation continued to develop JavaScript for the Firefox browser. JavaScript version numbers run from 1 to 1.8. So let's talk about the JScript. JScript was developed by Microsoft as a compatible JavaScript language for Internet Explorer in 1996. So JScript version numbers runs from 1 to 9. And last one is ActionScript. Is an object-oriented programming language originally developed by Micromedia Inc. and later on acquired by the Adobe system. So let's move toward next question. What are the versions of ECMAScript and supported web browser? Right. So let's move toward that question. So here we have one table in which it is given what are the supported types. So what are the version of ECMAScript and supported web browser, right? So as we know, ECMAScript 1 was released in 1997, right? It was the first edition of ECMAScript, and secondly in 1998 ECMAScript 2, and description was just editorial changes was there. So in 1999 ECMAScript 3 was released, and added in this release some regular expression and try catch block has been added. So you guys know why we should use regular expression if you are working in web application or somewhere in any validations rules, or if you want to handle the exceptions, then you must use try catch, right? And ECMAScript was never released, right? And ECMAScript 5 was released in 2009, and in this release one important things has been added, that is strict mode. And one more thing has been added, that was JSON support, right? So I think you guys aware of strict mode and JSON support. If you not aware of strict mode, then I will be demonstrate it practically in this video later on. So let's move again. So in 2011 ECMAScript 5.1 was released, and it's also a tutorial changes. And 2015 ECMAScript 6 added class and module, and this is the big and exciting features coming in ECMAScript 6, right? And in 2016 ECMAScript 7 was released, and there are one more things added, that is exponential operators added, array prototype, includes method. So these are the version of ECMAScript. So basically what I am going to target upcoming video, that is basically would be ECMAScript 6. So that's why, because in upcoming video I will be creating video for the ECMAScript 6. That's why I chosen this topic, ECMAScript and ECMAScript versus JavaScript in this tutorial, right? So I want to just give you the overview what is ECMAScript, so that you can know ECMAScript 6 much more and practically really in applied programming tips manner. So let me tell you the browser support for ECMAScript, right? So ECMAScript 3 is fully supported in all browsers, right? And ECMAScript 5 is fully supported in all modern browser, right? But keep in your mind, Internet Explorer 9 does not support ECMAScript 5 use strict keyword, right? ECMAScript 6 is partially supported in all modern browsers. So this is the ECMAScript 6 is the topic that I will be covering in later video, later upcoming video. So ECMAScript 6 is partially, please keep in mind, ECMAScript 6 is partially supported in all modern browser. It means there are many features in ECMAScript 6, but some is supported, modern browser is supporting something, and but something is not. So ECMAScript 7 is poorly supported in all browsers. So I will be targeting ECMAScript 6 in upcoming videos, right? So let's move to our next slide, and this is basically what I said previously. I will be demonstrating use strict keyword. If you do not know about it, then start. This is the practical things you can see in this code lines. So I will show you practically how it's work, but for demonstration I would say, for example, in the following example all the code is in strict mode, right? And the variable declaration outside the function cause the syntax error. Variable undefined is strict mode, right? Strict mode means you are restricting the code. I mean, you are just instructing the compiler give an error at compile time, right? As you guys know, JavaScript not a compile time things. It's a runtime. It is in the interpreted language, so it will not give any error if you do wrong inside your code block. But when you use strict keyword, it will throw error if you do anything wrong in whatever defined in the use strict mode specification, right? So let me tell you, if you create a function and just above the function if you write use strict keyword, and inside that if you write where test4 return test4, and if you write test where equal to 5 without using where keyword, right? So this is the invalid declaration of variable, and you have already used use strict keyword. So if you write, then it will cause an syntax error, right? Just because of you are using use strict keyword. But because test where incorrect syntax is coming inside the use strict scope, so that's why it is causing syntactical error. So in the following example, only the code inside the test function is in strict mode. The variable declaration outside the function does not cause a syntax error, but the declaration inside the function it does, right? So you can see here use strict mode inside the function. So if you if you do anything wrong inside these function, because use strict block has been defined inside open curly braces and closing curly braces. So you can see here, if I write var keyword without if I declare test var variable without var keyword, then this causes syntactical error, right? But if you define outside the test var, then it is fine with JavaScript, because you haven't used use strict keyword outside the function, and this invalid declaration just outside the scope of the use strict, right? So this is all about use strict keyword. I will show you practically, but for now let's move toward next things. So here you can see all the supported web browser, right? ECMAScript 6, Chrome partially supported, Firefox partially supported, Edge partially supported, Safari partially supported, Opera partially supported, right? And ECMAScript 5, Chrome 23 version is supporting, and Firefox 21 is supporting, Firefox 4 is supporting, Safari 6 is supporting ECMAScript 5, and Opera 15 is supporting ECMAScript 5, and Edge 12, which is actually next version modern browser of the Internet Explorer, so it's also supporting, and ECMAScript 5 i10 also supporting. So there are few notes. So you can see here Internet Explorer 4 and Netscape 4.06 were the first browser to support ECMAScript 1. Internet Explorer 5 was the first browser to support ECMAScript 2. Internet Explorer 5.5 and Netscape 6 were the first browser to support ECMAScript 3. Internet Explorer 9 and Firefox 3.5 were the first web browser to support ECMAScript. ECMAScript 5, right? So let's move to our next slide. So what are the pro and cons of the ECMAScript, right? The pro is, since it is a common standard specification of the scripting language, so all different implementation of ECMAScript will be on the same page, and it will be easy to support cross-platform web browser with the same specification, right? So this is the one of the best pro of ECMAScript standard, right? So what are the cons? So the main ECMAScript was a compromise between the organization involved in standardizing the language, specifically Netscape and Microsoft, whose dispute dominated the earlier standard session, right? Each commented that ECMAScript was always an unwanted trade name that sound like a skin disease. because different organization trying to improve or standardize the ECMAScript, so there are more chances to dispute in between them. So Microsoft developing their own thing, Oracle is developing their own thing, and Micromedia is developing their own things. So sometime they got stuck into somewhere in dispute. So this is the main cons of this ECMAScript. So as earlier